Nate Diaz leaves the UFC on a high after submitting Tony Ferguson, but not Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 279. The event will likely go down as the most hectic in the promotion's history, and it all started at the pre-fight presser.
Dana, I was just going to ask if we could start with you, I guess. Can you give us any more details or explanation as to exactly what's going on right now?
Show.
Everybody out?
Absolute show back there. So, ask them questions.
Kevin Holland, I hear you might understand why things are a little bit different right now. Can you tell us anything about why things are being done as they are?
Sure.
The headliners, Nate Diaz and Khamzat Chimaev, as well as the co-main events Tony Ferguson and Li Jingliang, were supposed to join Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez on stage, but it wasn't meant to be. As Lee came out, Dana White received word of fighting between multiple teams backstage, and he had no choice but to call the pre-event off.
Yeah, this ain't gonna happen. I apologize, everybody. I am in very weird waters here. This has never happened in the history of this company. So, trust me when I tell you this is the right decision not to do this press conference right now. And yeah, I hear you. I'm with you. But for everybody's safety, this is the right decision. All right? I apologize.
The chaos continued when Chimaev took to the scales for his welterweight bout against Diaz. Welterweight is fought at a limit of 171 pounds.
178 and a half.
Oh.
My God.
178 and a half, the official weight for Khamzat Chimaev.
That's awful.
Chimaev missed weight by 7.5 pounds and forced the UFC to scramble, but scramble they did. The former interim lightweight champion Tony Ferguson replaced Chimaev, accepting the 5-round bout, hoping to turn his 4-fight losing streak around with a main event win. Nate Diaz was the underdog going into the Chimaev fight, but against Ferguson, the Stockton legend was on more even ground. Plus, he firmly believed that he scared Chimaev out of the fight, so his confidence was even higher than usual.
Tony's been around a long time. We should have fought a long time ago. Khabib's bitch ass was afraid of him, just like this bitch ass motherfucker was afraid of me yesterday. We punked his bitch ass in the back here, and now he don't know how to make weight, you know what I'm saying? You guys already know what it is. Real G's come from California, America, motherfucker.
Diaz got the best of the first 2 rounds. Ferguson made up ground in the third with kicks. In the fourth, Diaz countered a Ferguson takedown with a guillotine and scored a record 6th submission victory from the bottom.
My last guy, Lee, was a right-hander. If I would have went for the takedown, it would have been on his lead. It would have been a little bit more difficult for him to do that kind of stuff. But Nate, he prepared for Khamzat. You saw Khamzat when he took down Kevin Holland. He went, took him out on the right side. It was a right-handed opponent that was on his lead jab. He went straight, put him down. Guarantee you, Nate was looking for that guillotine the whole entire camp. They had a full camp to be able to do stuff. I mean, it is what you practice. And we did a lot of wrestling practice, and we did a lot of good stuff. It was just unfortunate, man. It happens.
Just respect. He's been around a long time at fighting. A lot of people put on a lot of good performances, put on a lot of crazy fights, took a lot of damage. People could act however the hell they want if they've been done shit like that to me. People are like, that person's crazy. This dude's doing that nowadays. I'm like, whatever. He put on enough wars to do whatever the he wants. So it's respect, and I like anybody who could have a career that long, especially in the UFC with the toughest fighters in the world. That's the hardest job in the world. That guy should be a 100 millionaire.
What's next for Diaz isn't entirely clear. This was the last fight on the 37-year-old's UFC contract, and he is starting his own fight promotion. But Diaz also mentioned taking over multiple combat sports before coming back and getting a UFC belt. It's a tall task, but according to UFC President Dana White, there will always be a place for Diaz in the UFC. No matter what Nate does from here on out, this is his house, White told reporters. He and I had this discussion months ago at the offices. Whatever he moves on to do, I wish him nothing but the best. In the co-main event, the UFC's new supervillain Khamzat Chimaev fought Kevin Holland in a catchweight bout and obliterated him with a Darce choke in just over 2 minutes. The exact details of why Holland accepted the fight may never be known, but you can bet he got paid for his troubles because he knew the change-up in opponents was not going to work in his favor.
Hey, man, it all happened for good reason, but all these guys claiming they're gangsters, they're not gangsters. They wear makeup for the HD cameras, and that's as simple as it is.
Kevin, is this a better fight for you?
No, but it's gonna be a fun one.
When Chimaev took to the ceremonial scales, the Chechen was greeted with a wall of boos from the American fans. They meant nothing to him, and he didn't feel the need to explain his missed weight.
They stop that shit. I don't know. I want to more continue that shit. Hey, this is Chechen, motherfucker. Shut it up, guys. Shut the boy up. I'm backstage as well.
What are your thoughts about this fight moving from the Diaz fight to now you fighting Kevin Holland because of the weight loss?
I don't care. I want to smash everybody. I come here everybody, no? I'm going to take it over now.
Chimaev immediately went for the takedown, got it, and as hard as Holland tried, he couldn't escape. For the fourth time, Chimaev beat an opponent without absorbing a single significant strike.
That guy, Kevin Holland, tough guy, stronger guy, he's much better than Diaz, you know, like, if Diaz him high fighting, Holland will kill him, you know, so I finished that guy, and it's so easy, first round, I don't know, second minute, what was that, so, yeah, Diaz has to thank God, he didn't fight me, so.
What's next for Chimaev is impossible to say after such a massive mistake with the weight cut. It's likely dashed his dreams of a title fight, but again, he doesn't care because he believes he'll smash everyone anyway.
Who's the next day? Everyone lose the fight. So
right, but I think they're saying that
Colby lose like 3 fights in a row. Masvidal lose when he wins last time against the Diaz. You see Diaz fight so terrible. That guys, tall guys, how you that kick people? I don't understand. Thinking about they can win against me.
And in the battle of the unfortunate leftovers, Holland's original opponent, Daniel Rodriguez, won a split decision victory over Ferguson's original opponent, Li Jingliang. And you had to feel sorry for Li, who fought 10 pounds above where he was supposed to. Nate Diaz won his 16th post-fight bonus for his performance of the night. Joining him were Irene Aldana for her finish with an upkick to the body, and Johnny Walker and Jailton Almeida for their first-round submissions.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.